D2R is the most expensive bookshelf model from Response range of ProAc, which practically makes D2R as ProAc's flagship bookshelf speaker. I previously reviewed ProAc's DB3 and DB3 was, well, not entirely ideal. It was nice looking and played most music with gentle manner, but it was too soft, slow, and it didn't seem to deliver the realistic um, rendition for my preference. I still wanted to try out other ProAc speakers because DB3 was the cheapest model from the Response range, and I have experienced better ProAc sound in the past. Well, at least better than that of DB3. D2R is larger, actually proportionally taller, and use bigger, like 6.5-inch woofers when compared to DB3. DB3 uses 5-inch woofers, by the way. ProAc offers D2 with dome tweeter model also. The only difference between these two models is tweeters. There was lengthy discussion among audiophiles when ProAc introduced ribbon tweeters to their speakers, but it has been a while ago. Plus, ProAc used ribbon tweeters in the past under Select Audio, and most importantly, let's face it, the actual outcome is more important than particular components, and such outcome is mostly determined by each maker's tuning skills more than certain components. D2R's woofer is made of fiberglass and it has fixed brassy face plug, meaning the plug stays regardless of woofer's movement. The overall build quality of D2R is excellent, but I find this D2R somewhat visually daunting. I mean, I've seen better looking speakers in the past, and I don't think such discomfort I sense comes from its large size either. 30.1, for instance, is larger than D2R in every dimension, and I find 30.1 as one of the most nice looking bookshelf speakers. Perhaps it's the finish. It's rosewood finish, which supposedly the most expensive finish ProAc offers. Yet, I don't know, it is not my cup of tea. There isn't much to talk about the back panel. Binding ports seem identical to DB3. D2R's ports are front firing, as you can see there. So there are no ports at the back. Let's talk about D2R's performance. D2R is good, miles ahead of DB3 in every aspect. The vagueness of DB3 has gone, and I could sense more definition in the sound stage, more details on the high frequency, and there are more accuracy in the bass. Some may still find D2R's interpretation of sound may not fit with their sonic preference. I think the level of coloration of D2R is higher than many speakers. Some may love it and have no problem at all, while others might find it differently. Don't be mistaken, D2R is an excellent speaker with $4,000-$5,000 price tag, which justified by quality build and performance. The good thing with D2R is ProAc's typical color stays and effectively presents the typical ProAc sound, which makes D2R an excellent choice for people who is after their ProAc sound. There are personal preferences for all audio equipment, especially speakers, and these preferences tend to become more specific over time. Moreover, recommendation can get fathomless for more expensive equipment. It is relatively easier to state that this is the right speaker if they cost, say, $200-300. But making such statements get harder if they cost like a few $1,000s or more. And perhaps it is obvious being prudent with more serious money, but I think there is more to it. Budget equipment market, both supply and demand, tends to focus on meeting requirements. Requirements that often behave like PC market or appliance market of low budget. Conversely, the differences within interpretation of music reproduction are relatively less emphasized. As audio equipment become more expensive, however, those basic requirements become less important, since requirements are mostly prerequisite in this arena, or lose its significance. And what really matters here may be the interpretation itself, depending on the preference each user has. I think it may be a good idea to build up solid electronics to begin with, and take a journey to different speakers, perhaps with more popular yet not too expensive ones, and discover your preference, then move on to more serious gears later, because personal preference can and most likely will change. Well, there is no absolute way of building audio system. All I'm saying is speaker-centered notion is not the only way. Well, I guess that'll be for D2R. Thanks for watching and see you soon.